Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me now? This is my first stream on OBS, so I'm trying to get everything fixed and accounted for. I think Nep is in, my sweet moderator, if you can tell me if my microphone's on. Ah, hi Lottie! I'm gonna change screens. I think you guys should... It looks fine on my end. No, you're totally fine. I had that same kind of, oh, okay, awesome. But Lottie, you're so fine. I had the same kind of experience with your, with you following you. I was just like, I thought I was doing it the whole time. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Capture specific window. I would like to capture Doki Doki. Okay, awesome. But yeah, so before we start, I figure it's nice to just give like a basic kind of catch up, because the last time I streamed was about the end of September, early November, and basically what just happened with that was around November, all of my classes in college were taking, like, we were doing our final project, so I feel like absolute fucking death. Oh, honey. Oh, thank you for being here. We should, like, be finishing up. All I'm planning for tonight is to finish up DDLC since it's been so long since I've been here, and then call it a night and just be like, hey, just testing it out. Like, this is very scuff, quote unquote, just to, like, make sure that everything's working alright again after so long back. But yeah, basically all that had happened was that, like, I just had final projects going on. I had, like, a 14-page essay and an hour-long interview, and let me turn off my background music. Thank you, Ashley. I adore you. I had to, like, track a behavior for a week and then try to modify it for another week and then write a paper on that and then do a final research project for another class. So it was just a lot of finals going on. So just busy school stuff that has taken a while, and then everything with Streamlabs OBS happened, and I had been using Streamlabs. I was like, okay, well, we're not going to use that anymore. So it took me a while transferring from Streamlabs to OBS, but now we're here, and you guys can hear me all right. There's no sound coming from DDLC right now, but hopefully you guys will be able to hear that. But you guys can see what I'm playing, you can see me, and you can hear me, so that's all fantastic. But yeah, I'm just going to, oh no, it's fine. I prefer using my stage name, obviously, but a slip up here and there isn't gonna be the end of the world. Just don't say, like, my first and last name, you know? You're totally fine. But yeah, no, it's just gonna be really relaxed tonight, except for the fact that we are on Monica. It's been a while, and I think we're, like, at the very end here. And I'm pretty sure now I'm using OBS, so there should be a jump scare specifically for OBS, which we weren't going to get, but now we will get. So fantastic. I have never played DDLC before. I have most of the VODs open on my YouTube channel. I was mostly around Natsuki more than Yuri. I love Yuri to death, but there's, like, one specific jump scare with Yuri I was scared of getting, so I went with Natsuki this route. I'll probably come back to it sometime eventually, because I really love DDLC a whole lot. Like, I'm really obsessed with it. So I'm sure I'll come back. I just wanted to finish up for this stream as a return to form, you know? So most of the VODs are up on my channel if you're interested in DDLC, Lottie, general warnings. I give a ton of warnings in my streams for, like, jump scares and content warnings and stuff like that, but it is a horror game, so just be aware of that. And this should also be kind of scary since we're at the, like, tail end here. I'm missing one VOD that I just need to stitch together and then post, but outside of that, if you're interested, plenty of people have played it. I've also played it if you're curious. I love horror and crazy stuff. Oh, then perfect. This is for you. But yeah, definitely. There's a ton of resources if you want to get into it. My goodness. Paper! Paper! My goodness! Thank you. Oh my goodness. What a big return. I have to make Paper's making me motivating me to get emotes faster than I was going to get out previously. I know, I think your mic is lower than your alerts. I do have my mic pretty low. Is that better? I'm in the yellow now, so hopefully that should be alright. I remember when DDLC first came out, everyone was going crazy. Yeah, I used to be terrified of it. Oh, but to go back, yeah, thank you so much, Paper. You, since my last stream, we've gotten to know each other a lot better, so I kind of am not surprised, but I still really appreciate it. This absolutely seems like something you would do, and it warms my heart that you would give me such a warm welcome back. I'll definitely have to make some more emotes. I only have one right now, but Paper's definitely allotting me all the slots to put in more emotes, so thank you so much, and thank you again and again and again and again. But yeah, no, when DDLC first came out, I was like really scared of it, because anything new and popular that's horror themed I always get terrified of. But I had my one really good friend, I think online they like to go by Yagi or Winky, so I'll call them Yagi. But my one really good friend Yagi made me like a whole Google document, like everything that happens in Doki Doki Literature Club, and hear all the jump scares and hear all the plot lines and stuff like that, because I was interested but I was scared, which was very sweet of them. But now I can survive. I've since gotten very into horror. But yes, we are on the final arc, so a lot of you're jumping in here right at the end. Can you hear me? And I try to voice act them. It doesn't always work. I don't always remember all of the voices, but now there's only one character to voice, so works out pretty well for me. Is it working? Yay! There you are, Miss Ma'am. I love her so much. She's scary, but I love her. I love a scary woman. Bendy, on the other hand, that has jump scares. I mean, this also has jump scares, but it's different. And it's also like, I like horror, but that doesn't make it less pungent on me, you know? A jump scare is a jump scare is a jump scare. I'm not gonna, I sadly don't have an immunity to jump scares. So being in the hot seat and watching someone else be in the hot seat is two completely different gaming experiences. Stop. Why is... okay. Anything that's different scares me. Hi again, Momo. Come back. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Momo. That, if you're not aware, what is happening here is Monica reads your Steam file because you play it, like, on your computer. If you got it through Steam, which I think is the big way to get it, you can type in your name at the beginning of this game, like, what's the protagonist's name? And I typed in Momo, but my Steam name is also Momo. So if it was different, say if I typed in my character name as, like, Billy Bob, and then now she's saying, I'm talking to you, Momo, that it's supposed to be a big shock, but I typed in the same name as my Steam name, so it doesn't look too different. But it's a really cool, scare if you don't expect it. Oh, hi Meowcula! Thank you so much for popping in. I adore you. Hi Meow. Hi Meowcula. I hope you have fun. We're just finishing up DDLC for right now. But yeah, no, like, that's a really cool scare. It's super creepy. Like, computer scare. God, this scene hurt my brain when I played this. Yes, exactly. My name in the game was the same as my Steam name, so it doesn't quite have the same effect, but yeah. My goodness, Paper. I don't know if you guys can see it, but in the little corner on my side, it says that Paper's gifted 21 subs to this channel. So my goodness. Everyone say thank you, Paper, because he does so much for this stream channel. I'm talking to you, Momo. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. Oh yay, my little emote. I need to make more, but I think that this was a good place to start. I think that was a good place to start. I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Bicon Monica, Bicon Monica, Bicon Monica. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? I don't know why this is chilling. It's not a shock to me. I guess it's a good game. I know everything that happens in this game for the most part, and it is still unnerving. That's why I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention. This would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. It's still scary. It is still scary. Monica scared me since the first day. Monica is by and far my absolute favorite. But oh my goodness, she is scary. And it's great. Well, I kind of started to mess with her. And I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm so sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all of their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Momo? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. She set up my red flag so quick. Yeah, absolutely. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Momo. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. This one flare, I don't know, like the yellow flare that keeps coming through, keeps scaring me. Because the one jump scare I'm waiting for, she turns kind of yellowy, and I'm like, In this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will. Oh, this is also a really good check-in. Can you guys hear the sound from the game okay? I think I had it a little loud, actually. But it would be nice if you guys could hear it too, because it has some really good ominous music. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Momo. But now you're here. You're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I think that only happens on PC. The Switch doesn't have the capability of being aware of you streaming, I don't think. Yeah, I'm doing it on my PC right now because I have this from Steam. But you know exactly which jump scare I'm talking about. I didn't know if I would be in the clear because I was using Streamlabs previously, but I am using OBS now, like just plain OBS. So I think we're in for something. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Momo. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? Autonomous? Autonomous? Autonomous I always thought was having free will. Did I misread that? And that was, autonomous? But I haven't heard that word before. Oh, sorry. Group of autonomous personalities. Yeah, I have no idea. I might just be being stupid. I thought autonomous was like having bodily autonomy. But clearly she means people without autonomy. So I don't know. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had to take a language arts class, so no, I think you're right. Okay, that's what I thought. I just thought that was kind of confusing. Because it seems like she's trying to say people without autonomy, but I thought autonomous was having free will. In any case, we understand what you mean, Monica. Autonomous. Having the freedom to govern itself or control its own affairs. Yeah, that's what I thought. Miss Monica. Miss Monica. It's okay. We understand what she means. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. This flare! But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Momo, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? I'm that ray of light, that lens flare that keeps coming through, that's me. Momo, will you go out with me? Yes. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Momo. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. She's in love with the idea of the player, not the player themselves. Oh, yeah. No, she's totally, what does she has to count as a yandere type, right? I don't know that there's a different dere type that would suit her better, but she definitely seems like, an intense personality, and I like those in fiction. Like, she doesn't, well, she does kind of kill everyone else to be with the player character, so, she's in love with the idea of the freedom that the MC has. Yes! Yes! Best take, best take. Oh my goodness, I love Doki Doki. I mean, unlike most in the trope, she does feel guilt, kinda. Yeah. No, exactly. It's kind of hard to put her in the dairy type, which, like, makes sense because she's not written to fit a dairy type necessarily. But she does have, like, that intensity that you associate with a, dairy type, or with a yandere type specifically, because not all dairies are intense. But I really like intense personalities in fiction. I always think they're fun. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Momo. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? And why are you talking about it? That's just asking for trouble. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Unnerving. Monica. Monica. Moika, Manica, Moika, Monica, Monica, Manui, Monic, Moinica, Onic, I would like how I'm making this as if it matters which one I pick. Mona, Monica, 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 Onic, Monica. Monica, I wrote a poem about you. It's called Onica. It's called Onica Offica. Achievement unlocked. Perfect, Monica. Hi again, Bobo. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Momo. Did you write this poem for me? Girl, that's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Uh-huh. Ooh, this is new. I don't remember. Well, maybe it's new to me. I don't remember this in the base game. Yeah, I don't think I remember this in the base game. In Doki Doki Literature Club No Plus. Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold the special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Thanks, Miss Ma'am. I am so clenched that this is going to turn into a jump scare. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all of the poems I've ever written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. My favorite AU is that Monica finds a way to trade places with MC and willingly takes it. I wanted to write a fic after I played. That's so cool! That's so cool. I've always been the kind of person who was just like, what if Doki Doki Literature Club was just a normal dating sim? Because I really like slice of life and dating sims. But that's super cool. I never even thought about Monica in the player character seat. That's really, really cool. Now I'll have to check that out sometimes, Macula. I mean, we'll definitely return to this and like play some other routes. There's some side stories in this game. In this version of the game at least, but that's so cool. When a video game creates such a creative community, that is to me one of the best marks of a game's success, because that is just so amazing that something that someone can make can inspire so much other unique work. But she didn't want to break the fourth wall. I just assumed it would be best to be a part of the game like everyone else. Like, that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Momo? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. Don't. No! I'm gonna do myself a favor and turn down the volume mixer. I apologize because this is gonna be really quiet for you guys. But my goodness gracious me, oh my. I am recording it. Hi everyone! Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. My character's frozen because I'm covering my eyes. Just a heads up. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? Listen, I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. No. Oh, that sounded disgusting. Yeah, Momo, what the hell? What did I do? Oh. Yeah, it's this part. It's this part. I don't want to see her trick. I want to show everyone my disgusting little yell. And that is it. I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? You can't get me because I know how to expect things. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. Stop. Did I scare you? Yes. I like her so much. But my goodness. I feel like Spike Spiegel with that bit where it's just like, I love a woman who can kick my ass. Prepare thyself. My chat had to get me to click yes! Oh my goodness, I apologize because the big part about being a VTuber is moving your model, and I just said, no, we are going to be stock still while I get through this. You're so cute. Anyway, Momo, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. I don't want to. Let's see. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. Stop it! Stop it! Ah! When does it end? When is it over? Am I missing something? Can I hit escape? I can't. Please. Please. Miss Ma'am, I want out. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Ooh, this seems new. Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does. I don't think you were actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even really Japan? Girl, no. I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, it's some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were at home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. No, go back. I wanted to delete you. I think I have to end this by deleting her. Even though I don't want to because she's my Miss Ma'am. Monica. Miss Monica. Mrs. I want out. I'm calling the divorce lawyer. Hello? Let me out. Click, click, click. Say click. Take a pic. Say click. Take a pic. Ma'am! I just want to delete your character file. Oh. There's a really popular character type called tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. Do I have to... I gotta exit the game. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm gonna save. Okay. I'm gonna exit. Yes. Oh, I got a picture. Fantastic. Oh, it's of the poem. What is this? Hold on. A poem from Monica distributed at special events in the past. That's neat. An electrical signal from some remote corner of my brain connecting all kinds of circuits and nerves and chemicals in a web understood by nobody. The chemicals make my chest tingle around my beating heart. The nerves make my hand move, staining a dead tree with some dark substance. The ink reflects light into your glimmering eyes. Holding this paper is almost as though you are holding my hand which wrote it. Let our emotions stir together until our hearts beat in harmony. Connected to each other, I feel electric. Neat. Hi, Miss Ma'am. Yes. Is it gonna scare the piss out of me, though? Do do do. I think I'm just gonna go back to this one. I have music. Okay. She might say something new. Yeah, I think if we let her, like, talk forever, then she'll always come up with new stuff. But how do I delete this? How do I delete it? Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, Monica. Sorry, we did the jump scare. Sorry, 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 sorry. Sorry, what's happening? Mama, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Momo. Please hurry and help me. Sorry, help me! No, no, no! Sorry, honey. Did you do this to me, Momo? Did you? It's okay, I turned my original Doki Doki Literature Club game into a mod where it's just like she's a Tamagotchi and you check in her on her all the time. So she exists on my computer still. Did you? Did you delete me? Sorry. Sorry. How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything! I loved you so much, Momo. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? Yes. To be fair, we didn't really pretend to be kind. The main character kinda sucks. The main character is your average Joe Schmo teenage boy. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Achievement unlocked. Ruin everything. Sorry. Written MC is awful. Exactly. He's just as bad. There's so many. If it is a visual novel / otome game for boys, for men, the main character is probably going to suck most of the time. I have not found a main character in an otome game where all of the dating options are girls. That has not annoyed me at least a little bit. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. But you can delete your friends. Girl, I don't want the black screen. This isn't content. Why does my thing keep locking up? Hello? Mrs. VTuber machine. I'm gonna move my chair. Hopefully it picks up my webcam a little bit. Hello? Maybe this is the drive that will get me to switch from PRPR to VTube Studio, because I keep locking up. It's not. It works, but it's not the best. I still love you. I still love you too, Monica. I didn't want to delete you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? I don't hate you at all. I adore you. All of my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. You're just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... Question mark? Question mark? I've made up my mind. Momo, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends. And I loved them all. This is why I love Monica. I adore her. She's such a good villain, and then she still has really, really good, pathos, I want to say, is the emotion one. There's like ethos, pathos, and logos. And ethos should be ethics, and then pathos, emotion, and then logos, I don't quite remember. I think it's words? I don't quite remember what logos is, because I always think about logos, like the McDonald's logo. And I love the literature club. Logic! Thank you so much, Malcula. Coming in clutch. And I love the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you... then... whenever I love someone, I turn to them and I go blah 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 blah. Doki doki. Miss Mams. New game, because I don't think we have any save files anymore. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey Momo! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Momo, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. You notice how we're much more likable this time around? Like, we have such a better attitude this time. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Momo, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me! I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. It's over before I know it. Over. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. We have such a better attitude this time around. Did Monica write this? Monica said, I'm gonna give you back your friends, but also we're gonna fix you up. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Oh, I have to voice 3 people again. Hello? Ah! Momo! What are you doing here? Well, I just... I glanced around the room. Huh? So you're the Momo that Sayori's always talking about? I messed that line up. Flubbed it a little bit. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Momo. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Momo, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! I didn't know how else to say that. I'm not really much of a yeller. Not on the spot, at least. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teacup next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. At least she didn't go for the classic, I didn't make them for you or anything. I didn't make them for you or anything! Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Shit annoys the crap out of me. I love that trope. I think it's so silly. I totally get where it's annoying. I absolutely get where it's annoying. But also I think it's funny how annoying it is, if that makes sense. Like, it depends on the anime, but if an anime is silly and goofy enough to include an honest to goodness, I didn't make them for you or anything, it's usually at a level of silly where I can accept it. And I'm like, yes, we are on this ride. We are full-blown anime. So, Momo, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Girl, I just told you I read manga. I got the full set of Demon Slayer. I got that off of Throne, by the way, so thank you very much for the Throne gifts. You don't have to buy me anything, but now I have the full set of Demon Slayer, and I'm very, very grateful for it. But yeah, so I'm kind of with the main character here. It's like manga and fanfiction and classic novels, yeah, when I have the energy. It's like classic novels, especially classic gothic novels like Dracula and Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But then there's also Game of Thrones sometimes. Sometimes I try to catch up on Game of Thrones, but I've been reading Game of Thrones, the first book in the series, for 3 years now. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? What about your? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Sorry, I just realized my mouse was just delicately resting on her boob. Let's move it. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri! Eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say that! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. I realize that I keep changing Natsuki's voice every time I have to do it. Do not mind it. I'm not a professional voice actor, I just try my best. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So if Momo wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Momo? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think that could be fun. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri... I have to read manga? Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, this is so amazing. If this is what constituted a fight that needed to be broken up, like, this is the universe we could have lived in this whole time. So I'm gonna take a sip of water because my mouth is a little bit dry, don't mind me. Do you guys see that poster in the back that just says Australia? We're learning about Australia today, I guess. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but trust and believe, it says Australia. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. I want them to kiss. I don't even care about dating them myself. They're both very cute, but I want them to kiss. I want them to kiss and be in a nice little relationship. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. My goodness. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? My goodness. I like them so much. This makes me so happy. If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Oh, do you think now Sayori is the Monica? I don't know if she gets any of Monica's powers, but do you think like this is Sayori's way of rewriting the game so that so that the main character's like, well, these two are gay for each other, so let's just date Sayori because she is currently available. Sayori just decided to get like really dirty. She started to fight dirty when she's the president now. I approve. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, it looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Momo. It's more productive than murder. Murder seems pretty productive, depending on how you look at things. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little bit better with you around, Sayori. Oh, Momo. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make the best club ever! Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun! Hey Momo. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Momo. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. Because it's just us now, my goodness. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that the other background might come back. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. No. What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Momo. Goodbye, Literature Club. No, this is scary. No, this is scary. I don't like static. I don't want it. I don't want it. Be nice to me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi, Monica. I adore you.
Hi, it's me.
It's me.
So you know how I've been like
Practicing piano and stuff.
and
Sorry, I like this scene a whole lot. Because I really like this song. I want to cover it someday, but I want to do it justice.
I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I work
I'm so interested what would happen if you, like,
so
demuddled this screen. Part of me wants to say it's the Just Monica screenshot, but I'm not sure. I lost my bottle cap. I know you guys can't see it, but I did. Yeah, no, I want to cover this song. It's really pretty. AU where their minds get put in android bodies so they can live outside of the game. My goodness. Coming 2020X. Oh, shoot. I keep dropping my bottle cap. Do. God, I think this song is so cute. I want to cover it. It's just really sweet. And I'm having a hard time because it's like, I don't know. I want to talk and keep everything up and active and chat with people, but I'm also just like, what if we all just sit quietly and enjoy Miss Ma'am? Listen, man, happy AUs is my specialty. I'm trying to think of what kind of AUs that I like. Found everybody a fun assignment. Oh my goodness. I don't really engage in a whole lot of alternate universes. I definitely partake in a good old fix-it fic once in a while. Like for Demon Slayer, for example, I would say the big one that I pick would be like X character doesn't die AU. Like those are the first AUs that I will hop on the trend of, is blank doesn't die if there's a character that I really had liked. Also notice me subtly and very very quickly I almost spoiled something, and then I was just like, wait, not everyone knows it. I don't want to spoil something on my stream, at least without giving a proper warning. Oh yeah, I forgot. It really looks like those shoes are socks. I mean, it's gone now. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but in that one particular screenshot, those shoes read as socks to me for a second. I tried to sing this and my throat was like, nah, let's give you pain instead. It's been my big thing is, and honestly why it's been taking so long to start getting covers ready is I have to set up my microphone. I don't know how digital audio workspaces function. So I don't exactly know how to give a musical mixer slash producer a really good raw audio to work with. I need to learn how to do that. And also, oh, extra special thanks Monica and Momo. I'll leave you be. But yeah, so I need to learn how to use a digital audio workspace at least well enough to create good enough raw files to send to a mixer and producer. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. But yeah, so I just need to learn how to use my professional microphone instead of my headset mic, and learn how to use a digital audio workspace. But also, I have not been in choir for several years now, and if you don't sing every day, like in choir, I was singing every day that I had class because choir was a part of my block class. I was singing it every morning. But it has now been several years since I have had to take a choir class, or since I took a choir class, so I haven't been singing nearly as much, and your voice naturally goes through some deterioration, which I was just not mentally prepared for that realization. So, for me personally, I can sing okay, but I want to sing as good as I was singing when I was in choir every day. So I need to practice and get back to that point, which is why covers have been taking a little while to get to, because my voice isn't quite where it used to be, and I want to get it back to that level, if not even better. Not even if not better. I wanted to get to that level and then get it better than that level. I want to surpass how I was doing. So that process is going to take a little bit of time, but I promise, the idol is not a null word in my name. It's just gonna take a while because I take a lot of pride in what I do. So I want to have, when I put out a cover, I want to be proud of it, you know? And I want to do the best that I can on archived karaoke streams. I'm not quite sure what that would mean. I definitely will have karaoke streams someday in the future, but again, it's just all up to, my voice used to be at a certain level, and I don't think my voice is terrible now, but it's not as good as it used to be, and I want it to be as good as it was, and even better. So, I really want to focus on putting out the best, even if it takes some time to get there. Error, required files are missing or corrupt. Please run reset.sh to repair and reset the virtual machine. Okay. Goodbye! But yeah, so that is the official end of Doki Doki Literature Club. Oops. I don't know that. Ooh, Miss Ma'am. You can see a little bit on my clock down here that it is currently 12:06, so it's just past midnight, which is a really good point, or a really good sign to me then that we wrapped up when we did. I'm definitely not opposed to late night streams. I just have work tomorrow, so tonight isn't the night where I can stream super late. But yeah, I just really wanted to get this out. It was a very spur of the moment thing where I was like, oh, I'm set up. I can stream again. I'm back from Holiday Matsuri, which was a really, really fun convention to be at, but I'm back from that. I'm all done with all of that. I set up OBS before I left, so everything was ready and raring to go, and I just needed the time and the energy to do it. So this was very scuffed, and it was kind of purposefully scuffed, because I didn't want to put too much pressure on this. I just want to be like, hi, I'm back, let's have fun together. But yeah, so thank you all so much for joining me on this. I appreciate you guys finishing the main game. Like I said, there are side stories that we have. I haven't earned all the side stories, but we'll come back to this someday. The next game that we're gonna start. Hi! Hi, Dweeb. I know your name, but I don't know if you want me saying your name, so I'm sorry that I'm calling you Dweeb. Um, but yeah, so we'll come back to Doki Doki someday. The next game that we're going to stream is going to be Danganronpa, especially since I have Danganronpa 4. I have Danganronpa Decadence, the special edition for the Switch now. So we're gonna play that, and I'm going to learn how to play Danganronpa on the Switch. So those are the upcoming plans, is Danganronpa and the Atelier series of games. It's like a really big series, but it looks like exactly up my alley, and I'd love to share it with all of you guys. But yeah, so that was the main storyline of Doki Doki Literature Club. Like I said, it was going to be a very short stream back, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I do it. It was very sweet of you guys to come join me. And the VOD for the last episode will be up on YouTube in a few days, and this VOD will be available on Twitch for a while, and then it will go back up on my YouTube channel, so you can see the full playthrough on there if you miss it, or if you want to go back to it, or if you just like my style of streaming and terrible voice acting and want to watch it again. But yeah, so I appreciate you all joining me, and thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I'm gonna get my offline screen, or my ending soon screen. Now I have a fun transition. But I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Goodbye.